R&B Money.
CC, for real, man, when I'm talking about superstar from the jump, like, when you, like, got it, she had it, too, from the jump. Because I met her, she was young, too. Like, the first time she ever came in the studio, she was with a group, and the first time she ever got on a demo, got on the song, it was a song me and my friends produced and wrote. But we didn't even know, like, she hadn't been in the group but a day.
Oh, shit.
So what happened was she was like 14 or 13. So all we knew was she sounded the best on the songs. She came in, she the flyest little girl, she could sing. But the other girls in the group was getting mad, and we didn't know why. We like, why they feeling it? Why these little girls acting weird?
She wasn't really in the group.
She just been in the group a day.
Just got there. Yeah.
But she was just I'm talking about from the jump, she just had it.
Yeah.
So of course that group ended up, like, she was in the group for a little while. It didn't go all the way. So this like 2003, 2002. She was still, about 2002, she's still in high school. I know her and Lloyd stuff so colluded. And what happened was she ended up getting out of the group, and then she was managed by a dude named T.A. Y'all might know T.A. I don't know if y'all know Anthony T.A. So T.A. was like, Jasper, man, I think I'm going to bring, you remember Lil Ciara? I'm going to bring her solo. And I'm going to get her a deal solo. Y'all want to do some demos on? I'm like, yeah. So her dad used to bring her to the studio. We just started working on demos for her. And at that time, Jazzy Faith was on fire as a producer. And he just so happened to be working out the same studio as us. He had moved over noontime and let go of their studio. And they moved in the DARP. They moved in the Dallas studio.
Okay.
So Jazzy was moved over there with us now. So now we catching all that sauce too. And so T.A. put CC and was like, Jazzy on fire right now. I'm going to put her with Jazzy. And I'm going to let her be Jazzy artist. So Jazzy liked her. So we started working on demos for her. And old Shaquille Stewart. Shaquille Stewart sent her to me. Shaquille, man, that's my brother, man. He always looked out. I always made sure we got paid. I always put the deals together, everything.
Yeah.
He said to meeting over L.A. for Jazzy, and really for just Jazzy to go over to meet L.A. And L.A. was like, what you got for me? He played him CC song. L.A. like, let me see her. L.A. like, I want to sign her. Boom. So now we working on CC album. You know what I'm saying? But this at the same time, we working on Lloyd first album at the same time, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And through that, we worked on her first album, and goodies came out of that.
Wait, so did L.A. sign Ciara first?
Yes.
Because,
But see, I'm going to tell you what happened. When L.A. signed Ciara, that's when they got rid of the whole, that's when they had dismantled him out of the Def Jam bill. That's when Def Jam, he had left Def Jam.
Okay.
And so then every artist they had signed over that Def Jam, well, it might have been Arista. Every artist, that's when he left. This crazy. I now remember. He had left Arista and was going to Def Jam. When he left Arista, all the artists he had over that Arista, they consolidated them into Jive. So that's when CC went to Jive. Shit. That's when Usher went to Jive. That's when all those artists that was on the face went to Jive. They consolidated all the Arista artists into Jive. And at that point, see, you know what I'm saying?
I remember the first time I heard that record.
Yeah. And really, man, I got to give it a shout out. Let me tell you something, man.
Out of here.
Shout out, gonna put her, like, people don't know, CC Penn crazy. Like, she a star. Like, she gonna put her records together. Yeah. Like, I remember when they first started that song, she started in Miami with Sean Garrett. Mm-hmm. They only had the first verse. She was like, Jasper, I gotta get this hook. She came to the studio, we tried to put a hook together. We had it called Cookies.
Okay.
Cookies, but Lil Jon heard it was like, nah, we just did, Khalees just did milkshake, and that kind of lame cookies. So she like, I gotta change it. So she went in the room with Jazzy and Big Zach, and they remixed the Cookies and made it Goodies. And so they took the Cookies and flipped it and made it Goodies, and they came up with the Goodies hook. But CC one of them, man, I'm gonna tell you something. You can have superstar talent, you can have superstar looks, but ain't nothing like superstar drive.
Yeah.
Her drive.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you something about some superstar drive,
level.
man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you something about some superstar drive when you're back against the wall, but you ain't gonna stop and you gonna put it together, you gonna make it work. Shout it, got it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Shout it, got it, man.
Absolutely.
Like I seen it time and time again when she gonna figure out a way to get her a hit. She'll write it sometime. You need some help, but whatever, she gonna figure out a way to get her a hit, and she gonna figure out and she gonna work harder than anybody.
Yeah.
She got that superstar drive, man. And so that's when they finally, when Jive, she had to go through a little bit or whatever, with the transfer over. When they finally dropped that Goodies, we was like, Lord, have mercy.
I remember I was at a club on Cahuenga.
Yep.
Right there across from, is there Chipotle there now? Something right over there?
Oh, yeah.
Right there, as soon as you pass Franklin, right there on the right. That
Oh,
club
yeah, I
we
know
used to
what
always
you're
go
talking
to. Was
I
it
know,
Colony?
Yeah, I know right what you're
I
talking
know
about,
what you're
yeah.
talking about, too.
Before it was Colony, though.
It's been like 3 different names.
been like
Sure, a whole
Yeah.
bunch of...
yeah.
I was in that club and I was like,
What is this?
She killed him. And that when Lil Jon was on
that
that
whistle
run.
Oh, he's
came
on
up.
a run.
And you know, Lil Jon make that Atlanta. We were so amazed, like, because Lil Jon make that ghetto Atlanta. You know, that's some
Man,
of that troublesome
what?
Atlanta
Yeah,
ghetto.
right.
When it started going popular like that, we like, whoa. You know what I mean?
He was
Nah,
just
he caught
shaking.
a
Lil
wave.
Jon went to my
building.
high school, too. Lil Jon went to my high school. What up, Lil Jon? Yeah, he went to Doug High. He went to school with my brother at Doug High.
He was just shaking the building.
He was killing. Lil Jon was going crazy.
I got one of my favorite songs
You did a Lil Jon
that I
beat?
did with Lil Jon.
You ever put it out?
We never put it out.
For real?
Did I
Yeah.
do a record with Lil Jon?
Yeah, I know you did.
He had a
Yeah,
house.
I did.
He had a house
I did.
in the
He
Yeah,
showed.
record Lil Jon, too.
I think I met you at that house one time. You came over there to work with him. I remember when he had that house. And one time, I remember y'all had a session over there.
I came through there.
Craig
We just-
Love was in there playing the guitar.
I think it was called I Just Want to Get to the Point or something. I think that's what it was
man,
called, something like that.
I want to hear that record.
No. What was that? What's
Lil
the song
Jon,
called?
man.
I
was on
can't
that
remember.
run, man.
But it was like,
Crazy
oh,
run.
I know you love me, babe. Boom, I know I teach that. Oh, John, if you got that song,
Oh,
man.
yeah, man. Pull it out.
Yeah, just put it out.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
man.
gotta think of the name of the record.
I know you did a
I
song with
did one
John.
with him.
Cause
I
that
did-
when he
I
had
did
he
one
was
with him.
he was on y'all soul a lot. The hype and the whole
what?
he couldn't touch y'all soul
Stay,
without
Want
you.
You to
Yeah.
Stay. I think
Yeah.
Want You to Stay is the name of the song. Want You to Stay.
How many records did you do on the Ciara project?
The first Ciara project I did a song called The Title. Well, I sampled that LTD. I did that on the first album. But we was always just working so much.
Mm-hmm.
We was doing so much music. And I did a song called The Title on our first album.
You produced it?
Yeah, I had produced and wrote that with her.
Yeah.
So when did you get your first hit with her?
See, my first hit came with her, coming around to her second album.
Okay.
And so we was, like I said, we had been working together from the big demo days. So one day she called me to the, she was always coming by like, "Josh, we got some beats. Come to the studio." So she came, she called me and said, "Look, meet me at the studio. I think Polo and them got some beats or something they want to play." So I come to the studio. Boom, Polo played this beat. I was like, "Oh my God, what is this?" I'm like, this is gonna be, oh my God. So then she pull up, he played the beat. He like, "Oh my God." She like, "Give us that beat." So we went to beat, me and her went to the studio. We started working on it. And this is the beginning of a second album. So she's trying to figure out how I'm gonna come out and all, because the first album so big, you gotta figure out how you're gonna second album. So me and her go to the studio, we start something. Polo come to the studio. Polo and Elvis come to the studio, and Polo like, "Man, I don't know if I like that. Switch it up a little bit." So me and her, we look at it like, "Okay, we'll switch it up." So me and her, we went back and recooked it. We recooked it. And the next thing you know, they came back in the room, and everybody like, "Oh my God." It was Promise. And we was like, "Oh my God." And I never forget this. It was Promise. And so we was like, this crazy. Her label flew down. The next label flew down after we finished it. And they was in the studio and they was like, "Y'all think so? Y'all want to put this out?" You know how the labels is. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So we was like, "Yeah, we think this jamming." So I never forget, Greg Street got a copy of it. Back then, you break Greg Street, that was
That's
like,
it. That was everything.
Greg
Yeah.
Street started running it back to back. It shot crazy. It started going out. And everybody started calling, "Oh my God, this new
You
CD."
know it's pimping in Promise, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you could be my Superman. Save me if you can.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. You know you gotta. Yeah, man.
Give me extra credit. I'll do more
I do
work.
more work. Yeah. Yeah, give me extra. Yeah.
Yeah.
Own it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said, yeah. This is what you.
Yeah.
Ciara, this is the type of talk you
Yeah,
talking
she
in these
gonna
streets.
talk it. Hey, she gonna talk it. You know what I'm saying? And it started going. And it started going crazy. And that's when it was like, "Oh, this right here crazy. Oh, this one going right here."
Yeah.
And then it was on. And so
Wow.
that was the real first super rocket that we did. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, okay. That me and her cooked up together. But we done been cooking up so long together. But that was the first one where it was like,
We got one.
yeah. And I never forget, she called us when she did the video. And me and Polo was in the studio. And she called her. She called us. She like, "I want y'all to see this video." So she pulled up on us and played that video. When she did the video, we was like,
Video.
me and Polo looked at each other. We were like, "Yeah, this is finna be a problem right here.
Yeah.
This one won."
Yeah.
And it worked.
R&B